Jesus Christ. Good God Almighty.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to CNA Weekend Recap. Justin, Josh, Ken coming to you as always from the Geek Cave. And tonight we're going to talk to you about the latest Disney Plus offering in the Marvel world, She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Yeah.
This seems to be a little bit of a divisive subject on the internet, and I don't really understand why, because this first episode was a pure freaking delight.
So much fun. It was a blast.
So we're going to talk about the show, and then we're going to let our buddy Ken have one of his good old-fashioned rants afterwards. It's been a while, so he's cocked and loaded on this one. So, but let's just talk the show.
The show looks great, by the way.
Yeah, it does.
First off, let's touch on the tremendous improvements in the CGI. I think it was a little bit shaky in that first trailer.
Yes.
But it looks incredible to me.
I thought so too. There's still people saying it wasn't. I don't really get it.
Don't see it.
This is a television show. I think we've gotten spoiled. This is a TV show giving us CGI Hulk. I mean, let's not forget, 30 years ago, they just painted Lou Ferrigno green.
I think it was like 40.
Let's be happy with what we've got. I mean,
no, but yeah, and we talked about that. The CGI was bad because they're cleaning it up as it goes along. And I think we've seen it on par with every other Marvel show they've done.
It looks incredible.
It looked incredible. Yeah. It did not pull me out one time.
Not in the least.
Tatiana Maslany, we all wondered how it would be. Most people knew her from Orphan Black. Few people knew her from a comedic element in the few episodes she was in Parks and Rec. But
I forgot she was that one.
Yeah, but mostly an unknown, especially in the world of comedy. And, they're bringing us that old 80s She-Hulk, breaking the fourth wall, being Deadpool before Deadpool was Deadpool.
Yes. And we saw that. And, I mean, personally, I loved Tatiana Maslany before. And this is just her going to town. She does a great job.
She's adorable, and she kills it. I mean, she absolutely kills it.
Mm-hmm. She has an authority on screen. You 100% believe she is a badass power attorney. You get that vibe from her. The chemistry between her and Ruffalo, chef's kiss.
I mean, it's great. You know, and it's so strange because you have a character of Ruffalo who's been playing and they played this up, a Hulk, for like 10 or 15 years. And suddenly she's set into his world. And he's trying to explain it to her. And she just has a completely different take on it. And I think it's wonderful.
Better than him in a lot of things. And that's fine, guys. But she's got different life experiences. She didn't get it the way he got it. I mean, it's completely different. And it set up this great dynamic between the two. The fact that she mastered things so quickly, he was so jealous. That dynamic was fantastic.
It was great.
It was
a jealous Hulk. I love it. This is what jealousy feels like.
I like when he ripped the notebook.
Yeah, the three-ring binder. Like, all right, well, that's 4 years.
It's fantastic.
What are we doing now? I mean, and that's the scientist in him. Like, okay, we're just skipping steps.
The assumption that he knew what was going to happen, and then it didn't happen that way.
No. And I love that, like I said, because I think that's the scientist in him. Like, it didn't work what he thought it would do, and so he just threw it out. He's like, all right, we're starting anew. Let's go. I think that was him at his best.
I loved it. I love the continued character development we get from Bruce Banner. I know a lot of people on the internet hate it. They want just big, bad, mean Hulk. But I love that we're getting Bruce Banner development and a long play. I think they're leading us somewhere. Sorry.
Well, I mean, Ruffalo's not wasted in the character. I mean, he's wasted in somebody that just goes all the time.
Right.
I mean, yes.
What hit me most in this episode is the emotional moments where he and Tony built this bar on this island where he could, do his best to become Hulk, combined Hulk, where he was a friend who was there with him. And you see that when he, looks over the carving into the bar. he misses his friend.
The specter of Tony Stark still.
I like how he name dropped Tony Stark.
Yeah.
To his kid cousin. It was like Tony Stark, you know. It's like their dynamic is great.
Yeah.
They still act like they did with kids. They probably bullied each other but loved each other. It's just, I mean, it's just
The
great.
training montage was great. That whole continued, shoving her off the cliff. Dick move.
Right.
Loved it.
And you have to understand, like a little bit of that, I assume is Banner being kind of pissed off because it took him X amount of years to get
He
where
says
she
10
was
years.
at.
He says
Yeah, and he's just like, fuck you, you're off a cliff. And that's how cousins work. We're terrible to each other.
So I'll address the one little thing I thought was a little simplified. In the comics, it's a blood transfusion. In this, it is literally a drop of blood hits her open wound and boom, she's Hulk.
Right.
Thought that was a little too easy of a way to go.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
But that's my only negative I can really claim for the entire episode.
I will say it was never going to be a good way to do it, and they couldn't do a blood transfusion, so they hit on it, let it go, and they're done.
Yeah.
They're just out.
The immediate assumption was that the wreck, in my mind, the wreck caused her to get hurt. He has to save her, and the only way to do it is the blood. But
Yeah.
this was a story device that got us through it and got it past us very quickly and
Yeah.
got us to the point. So I guess I'll forgive it for that, but that is a good point.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we want to talk about? I love the scene where she's recovered and walks into the bar, and the four bar hussies walk in and like get her all cleaned up. And I don't know why, but that was such a fun scene for me.
Well, it was just, women loving each other.
Girls
Like,
taking care
oh,
of each
yeah.
other, yeah. I love the scene where she comes out and the dudes hit on her and she
Right.
great moment.
It was a good show. I mean, every bit of it.
The comedy, the writing was really good. I enjoyed
Clever writing.
It was clever writing.
I mean, the freaking show opened with them talking about Steve Rogers' virginity, and then
We're gonna have to come in on
and
that.
it ended with the same. So it was just funny. It was just clever.
Do we want to talk about more of She-Hulk, or do we want to get on to that final line in the after
I mean,
credits?
I feel like everything about the show boils down to that last moment, the mid-credit scene where we find out
Yeah.
that Captain America.
Oh, we're doing 1, 2, 3. Captain America fucked! Where the hell were you
I'll
on that
just
one?
let you have it, buddy. I didn't want to step on your moment, man.
That is a really funny moment that I think every Marvel fan has discussed ad nauseum for the last 15 years. So I love that they finally covered it, and we were talking how it's created all kinds of fan theories about Star-Lord and Captain America and great granddaddies and why he could power the power of ego and everything. If you know what we're talking about, dive into the internet. It's a deep hole you can dive into.
It's weird, but you'll get there.
Mephisto.
Dude, the day he shows up is going to be so disappointing. Right. It's like, all right, devil's here. Fuck off. We're doing our own thing now. He's going to be a letdown. That's my problem.
Everyone is really hardcore pushing for Johnny Depp to be cast as Mephisto. Like there's an online petition, like 100,000 deep, for him to be cast as Mephisto.
Not sure how I feel about that one.
Yeah, no.
It's a 30-minute show. There's not a tremendous amount to talk about other than the fact that we really liked the chemistry and the way it's set up. The last 5 minutes, I think, probably are pointing us towards where we go. We get Titania. Yeah.
She is,
Jamila
one of
J.
those.
Pyle from
Good
Good Place. Didn't get much of her. She comes in. We don't know anything about her really, but
It's kind of a lame fight scene, but it was the first episode.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they go with. After that.
at the end of the day, I loved it, and I cannot wait to see more of it.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. The world they're building is great. I really want to see Wade Wilson come in at some point and be like, "You're stealing my shit."
Right. And then she can come back saying, "No, actually, you stole my shit."
If that actually happens, holy shit, Marvel knows what they're doing.
That moment where she talks to the screen,
Yeah,
and then
just
she kind of looks
the
back
aside.
and realizes she did
She
it.
did it.
It was just like, that was so clever, man.
Because if nobody knows, Jennifer Walters broke the fourth wall before Wade
Deadpool
Wilson.
did.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was her shtick originally.
That whole comic book, the sensational She-Hulk, was breaking the fourth wall. It was rebooted a couple of times, but it was always her being self-aware and aware of the audience. And I mean, I'm gonna have to go over it. She's Deadpool before Deadpool.
Yeah. So, all in all, I give the episode a 5 out of 5. I mean, really, really excited for what's coming.
Yeah.
Now let's delve into something. Ken had told us right before the show he had a rant, and wasn't surprised by it. And if he hadn't had it, I'd have probably wanted to do it.
Well, it's going to be a group rant.
Yeah.
You guys in.
One of the theses of the first episode was that Jennifer didn't have to learn to manage her anger because as a woman in America, or a woman in the world really, she has to manage her anger a lot. And there are several lines about that, and it has pissed off a lot of beta males out there. Ken, the floor is yours.
I don't understand getting your feelings hurt here. I don't understand. She's attacking men. No, she's attacking you if you're that douchebag that treated her that way.
Yeah, if you
Now,
catcall,
I've got-
if you mansplain, then yeah, you're the problem.
Totally. But I've got a wife, I've got daughters, I've got a senior in college daughter, and the shit is real. She deals with this often. And we're going to crush down us being aware about this by calling it woke and, kind of saying, oh, that's just more woke shit. No, it's real. It's real. Women are still kind of mistreated.
The idea that we have gone past a society where women are objectified or reduced down to their looks or believe that they can't be equals in a career is fantasy.
Yeah.
And if you believe that, you're probably part of the problem.
You're wrong if you're not looking at it in that way.
Or you don't know women. You probably don't have a woman in your life. You don't have a girlfriend. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
or
it's
daughter. You don't understand it because you're not a part of it.
It is
But-
their daily life.
Yeah.
I see it in my family members, my mother, my cousins. I see it in my girlfriend who works in retail and is constantly harassed by men.
Oh.
This is their reality. And if that bothered you, you either need to check yourself or open your goddamn eyes.
Ready to wreck yourself.
Check it before you're record. But the whole, it's so cringe. I'm offended by this. She's attacking all men. She ain't attacking me because I don't treat women that way.
Wow.
So I don't know why you would take it personal. But that's a big problem overall in society here. We take things personal.
Yep.
You know what? The other night I posted about the Luke Bryan concert down the street because I don't like Luke Bryan. I think it's country. It's terrible, and I made a joke online about it. And people that were at the concert commented and messaged me. They took it personal. And it's like, I'm talking about Luke Bryan. I'm not fucking talking about you. People are very sensitive. It's a very strange time to be alive. It's exciting, but at the same time, what the hell, y'all?
I've never understood that where, you promote an idea. You're not attacking anyone personally. You're attacking the idea. But people who believe in it so strongly feel like they got to come back over the top. And it's like, no.
That's kind of self-important.
I just-
I don't need you to take up for something I don't like.
Yeah.
Right.
No. At all.
I literally spoke to someone this week who the lawyer thing claimed that there would be no male lawyer in America that would denigrate and talk down to a female lawyer and tell them that they might ruin the case or that the male might do it better.
Oh, that's what a lie
I don't
sounds
even know
like.
how to argue with something that absurd and that glib.
Yeah, no. That's...
You clearly live in a bubble so small, you have no idea what's going on in the world around you.
Yeah.
And
no.
that's why these kind of things are so fucking important. To shine a light on something that clearly a lot of our society just wants to say, that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember 10 years ago, there were people saying we were in a post-racial world. We now know that's not true. This isn't true either. Women are still denigrated. Women are still treated like pieces of,
Lesser
meat.
citizens.
Yes, lesser citizens. Mansplaining is a real thing, and if you can't acknowledge it, you probably mansplained in the last 24 hours.
Yeah. It's ugly, and I just have to second that.
Just stop being sensitive, guys. I mean, it's if I see one more person call somebody a simp online, and when in turn, the very definition of calling someone a simp makes you a fucking simp. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but that's like the buzzword.
It is.
It's just
All simp means in the greater lexicon is that you appreciate a woman for something.
I have no idea.
Yes,
I don't know.
It means you're like a cheerleader,
Yeah.
basically. That's what it means.
Okay.
But when you
But
call
towards
somebody
a
a
woman.
simp, you're being a cheerleader for the other side. So it's like, come on, guys. I know not everybody's intelligent. I get it, but okay. I think we've had enough. I was being nicer than I want to be. I'm over here pulling my punches. I'm not gonna lie, because I have daughters, and this is fucking infuriates me.
Well, we all have women in our lives we care about, and we all see this, so it clearly is something we're passionate about. It's the same thing we saw with Miss Marvel. Get out of your goddamn box. See that there is a greater world than your little circle, and appreciate that stories don't always have to evolve around you.
Yeah. There's a bigger world, like you said, and learn from that. I mean, just
I think that women that are actually in their life don't get harassed because they were bad.
Kids gonna take a swing at somebody. The camera, I don't know.
Sorry.
But no, I mean, just learn from that. That's the biggest thing I've taken from comics.
People
It's
can't
things
grow.
I
man.
don't
Some people can't grow.
understand.
They just can't grow.
And I look into it, and I learn from it, and that's what I want to do.
And if what we're saying infuriates you,
Go fuck yourself
go
and
sit
learn.
down.
A little
Go sit down.
harsh, but I'm kind of behind it.
Yeah, we're fine with that.
yeah, grow up, evolve, stop being some douchebag from the 1950s and realize that this is 2022.
Yeah.
Anyway, right after this show, we have really exciting something to watch. Game of Thrones brings us the prequel that follows the Targaryens and that rise, and I'm really looking forward to that. House of Dragon, first episode tonight. And then next week, we get the first episode of Ring of Power.
Oh.
So a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe.
Yeah.
And then a week after that, this lot's going to Dragon Con.
We got some new costumes that we're going to do.
Yeah, if
Maybe
you're
we
going
should
to Dragon
show
Con, look us out.
Maybe we should costume up for the show.
Before you guys go out.
We got a Mortal Kombat group costume we're putting together. This man's got something special that we're going to unveil in Dragon Con.
And Josh is going to show up in costume.
Yeah, no, not at all.
One day.
Working on him. Working on him.
But no, it's going to look good. So look for us at Dragon Con. If you're coming down, we always like to hear from y'all. Just hit us up. Let us know. Comments.
What's cool is we're
concerns.
going with the band Cybertronic Spree.
Yeah.
And everybody knows
shout
them
out.
by now. They are like the pop culture, 80s music, the cartoons, Transformers, but it's bigger than that.
If you haven't
So-
seen them, this band is a hard rock metal band that dresses like Transformers in legit good Transformer costumes.
It's so good.
and
It's so
just
good.
plays some baller freaking
That
rock
female
music.
vocalist they have, she is incredible.
Yeah.
I know she's dressed like a Transformer while she's doing it, but when she bangs out Immigrant Song,
Mhm.
it's
So a total shout out to them. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for letting us be part of your group and supporting y'all and coming to Dragon Con to support y'all. We will be there September 1st through the 5th. Come check us out. Hit us up on CNA and tell us where you are. We'd love to meet y'all and see your cool costumes.
And before we end, I think we need to reiterate one more time about Captain America.
He did fuck.
1, 2, 3. Captain America fucked! Sorry, I didn't want to take it away from you.
And he's Star-Lord's great granddaddy.
That would be the best thing in the world.
So as always, it is a great time to be a nerd and be alive. And right now, there's a lot to go do. So get out there, consume something nerdy, and always come talk to us at CNA about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you next week.
Sorry if we hurt your feelings.
No, we're not.
No, you were not.
Not really. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I mean,
My penis.
Complete nerve authority.